Okay. Welcome to Wednesday, not Monday, July 5th. Can you guys believe it's already July? This is crazy. Couple reminders before we get into our super fun topic tonight. Activate 2023, the virtual event, is on July 22nd. So that's like 2 Saturdays from now, right? Not this Saturday, the next Saturday. So wherever you are going to want to have a watch party for consultants. And I want to make this like pretty clear that this is going to be consultant training and probably not like unless they're super motivated, want to join the business type person. It's not for customers necessarily, but they are going to release the results of the collagen and NERF2 study that is being done. For us in the West, it's from 9 to 1 Pacific time. So, calculate your time zone from there. And you want to go and register. It's $25, I believe, to register. And it's a 4-hour training. So definitely worth it. Definitely put it on your calendar and promote to your consultants that are not here, who are the ones that have no idea that's going on. Now, all of you guys have been participating in the Jump into June challenge, and you guys have been kicking some booty. I've seen what you guys have been doing every day, and I gotta say, I think it's working. So not only are we going to keep it up, but we need to tally up those points and give out some prizes. So if you can please send me your tracking sheets, a picture of your tracking sheets with your total on it and your team name. We can, and send them to me by Friday, end of day on Friday, this Friday, July 12th. If you guys could wait, this Friday isn't July 12th. That would not make sense.
Next Wednesday, we'll announce the winners on July 12th.
Yes, thank you. This Friday, which is the 8th, no, 7th, send me the tracking sheets. And then next Wednesday, we will have tons of prizes that we will award. So super excited about that. And if you need any help, which maybe some of you are nervous, like that you didn't do it right or something, you can get with your team or one of us and we can help you with any details. Tonight, we have this incredible topic for our Wildly Healthy Team Path to Pro 10 training, the intro to Chat GPT. So I'm going to ask Nicole, I'm going to spotlight her and have her walk us through this incredible tool. Where are you? I lost you. There you are. And okay, Nicole, we are best friends with Chat GPT these days.
Yes, we are. So yeah, you guys, yay. I'm Nicole Black. We're going over intro to Chat GPT for Wildly Healthy Team tonight. And I gotta tell you, I first heard about Chat GPT at a dinner conversation about maybe 3 months ago. And I said to the man talking to me, what? Wait, what does it do? And he said, yeah, all you have to do is say, I'm a lawyer, I'm a family lawyer, and I want you to write this thing. Do you understand? And Chat says yes. And then you tell it this more information and Chat says yes. And it goes and writes out all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not so sure about that, but I'm going to check it out. What's the website? And so I went over to, next slide, please, to chat.wildly openai.com, and I looked it up. And since that night, I've been completely blown away. My husband was super skeptical. He was like, yeah, right. I don't know about that thing. And I went down a rabbit hole with Chat GPT, and I am so excited to show this to you guys tonight because it's an enormous tool. And basically what Chat GPT is, it's an AI learning app. So it will give you all of the information that you feed it. It will learn more and more and more. It has maybe a memory from like 2001, and all the information on the internet. So basically I started by saying, okay, Chat GPT, what do you know about NRF2? And it went and like all about NRF2. And so I was like, okay, I feel like I can trust this thing a little bit. And so the way that you're going to go in, you're going to go first on your phone, and let's do this together, you guys, so you can have this to play with, because it comes in handy for way more than you'll know to begin with. And I won't overwhelm you. We'll just go over a couple of things and then we'll set you free to play with it. So go to Chat GPT.
Before you start, I just wanted to say, if you go to like Google and you put Chat GPT into the search bar, you're going to get some other apps that are piggybacking or different versions of Chat GPT, but not the original Chat GPT. So you definitely want to make sure that you put in the URL section this website, and the logo should look like this green thing.
Yes. So yeah, go to chat.openai.com. It's not an actual app yet, I don't think. Is it, Jennings, an actual app?
I think it has an app now. Like I have it on my phone as not really sure if that's like just a link
like
or
an added home
the
screen.
same.
Well, when you go on there, you're going to create a login. It's very, very simple. You're going to create that login. And then once you're logged in, you're going to want to save that, just like we do with our LifeVantage website, to your home screen. And so if you want to screenshot this slide, that comes really handy so you can remember how to save chat to your home screen. But you're basically going to go to the little, once you're on the website, go to the little send button. That's the little box with the arrow in it. And you're going to press the send button. And I looked up on Android. I think it looks pretty similar. You're going to scroll past like where you would send this in a text message or an email, scroll all the way down to where it says add to home screen. And you're going to click on that. And it's just going to give you an option to name it. And then you can press add, and it'll just look like this icon, as it'll look like an app on your home screen. It's just a little jump window so you can get there quickly.
Hey,
So
Nicole, on my Android, there's a hamburger. You tap the hamburger, and then it gives you all the options. And one of those options is add to home page.
Perfect. So is the hamburger at the top right-hand corner?
On mine, it's in the bottom right-hand corner.
Okay, so look at the bottom right-hand corner for all the people on Android, and for your Apple, you're gonna be looking for that send icon. And that's how you save it. You can do that with any window. So if that's something that appeals to you, learn how to use this mechanism for other things. And then moving forward to our next slide. So this app, this AI is so diverse. It's really something I highly recommend playing with a little bit so you can understand how to feed it the information that you have and get the outcome that you're looking for. So there's a few things that you can kind of keep in mind as directions to feed Chat GPT. Maybe you're looking to write a social media post, or a blog, here's some tasks that you can tell it to do. So you would say, write a social media post. That would be like the first part of your input. And it just we're going to get into it. We're going to actually get into chat and do one of these with you guys. So it looks like a text thread. It's basically a text thread between you and this AI. So you're going to say, write a social media post, and then you're going to set some restrictions. Like, I want it to be 2 paragraphs long. Use a smart tone of voice, or a fun or an adventurous tone of voice, or a scientific tone of voice, or introduce yourself. I'm a woman who lives in Sandpoint, Idaho. I'm an artist and a mother. Use my tone of voice. You can really directly add as many details in the restriction area to help direct it to have the tone that you want to write in. And then you're going to add some more details like, okay, I'm trying to put together this social media post that's talking about maybe motivation or any topic. It's so cool. You could even say, hey, Chat GPT, come up with 10 social media post themes for me. I am all about activation, wellness. I like hiking and the outdoors, and I like my family and my community, and add all the things you like. And then it's going to come up with an array of social media headline topics for you to use and elaborate on. So the sky's really the limit here. This is just such a small sampling of ideas that you can kind of start to wrap your brain around what this tool is capable of. But just be thinking, sometimes we have ideas and they're kind of discombobulated, and when you go to put a post together or something written, an email or an invitation, when you're going to put that together, sometimes our idea is great, but we have a hard time getting all the pieces so it flows beautifully together. Just imagine chat as this tool that makes it all flow together. So let's see the next slide. So here's an example of something that I've put in the chat to create some of my posts lately. Right, and in parentheses, it says 10 social media topics with a wellness and living a good life theme. And then just like I mentioned earlier, you're going to add all of the things that you are passionate about personally, that you have a brand around so that it can stay in your niche. And then the example we're going to use tonight on Chat GPT after we go over a couple more slides is write a social media post 2 paragraphs long using a smart tone about having the motivation to keep moving forward and taking the steps in order to succeed. Offer a tip or trick to keep your head up and in a positive mood. And so that's the amount of information you'll see. We're going to put that in there and you'll get to see what it comes up with. One thing to keep in mind that's super duper important, you guys, is when you put that in and chat comes up with the example, this is now a framework for you to copy and paste and edit and add your own language into even further. And sometimes chat will give you a really long explanation and we can really just cull and clip, but it's a very good base for you to get what you're looking for and then move forward with the post.
Nicole, on that
Yes.
subject, one of the things I've had good luck with is just saying when it gets really long like that, just saying make it shorter.
Yeah, me too.
3 paragraphs.
Yep, and we get to show you guys that on the actual live with the chat. It's so cool. You guys are really gonna like this tool. It's really funny, and I have a story later for how funny it can get. This is a great thing to screenshot. This is another more of helping it hone in on what you're looking for. I put arrows next to the ones that I thought were most valuable for building what we're doing with LifeVantage online. Weaving in storytelling. Anytime you can do a story in a post, it's super valuable, and Chat GPT will help you with that. A call to action. Sometimes it's hard, like once you put together your whole post, how do I get somebody to comment or interact with me? And you can ask it to do a call to action, and you can add details about what, but you can just ask for call to action and it will add that in a beautifully eloquent way. Or if you want to have it show benefits and solutions, maybe you're talking about hydrolyzed collagen compared to powdered collagen, and Chat has come up with all of these ideas. You can ask it to come up with benefits and solutions. So just take a screenshot of this so you have this when you begin to play with Chat GPT. There's one more here for you guys of a really great screenshot that you're just going to want to have to help guide you as you begin to play with this. The next slide has act as a role. So you're acting as a teacher or a marketer, and you're inputting these ideas so it will tell the story as if you are those people. Giving it the task to do. It will go all the way into what format. It will, prompts for developers. This thing can get so complicated. I haven't even used it to the extent of what it's capable of, but as an artist and a creator, it's really filled a niche for me, because I would spend an hour and a half writing a post and making sure the punctuation and spelling was right and my authenticity came through. And using this tool has shortened that time frame, and it's allowed me to just get my post up and then move on to prospecting and other tasks that are more valuable for my business, but I still checked off that DMO for getting my social media post out there.
Both
so
of those two images
Yeah.
are also, I loaded them into our boards. So
yes, that's great.
They're under social media, and then there's a whole folder that's for Chat GPT that we'll be adding to.
So if you guys haven't checked in on the boards lately, we've been adding lots of really valuable stuff in there, lots of product educational videos, and boards has been a really valuable tool. If you don't know about that, reach out to your leader and we'll help you get that on your phone. But moving over to the exciting part, to watch Chat GPT write out the paragraphs, which is my favorite.
I'm just
and while she pulls that up, so our family has been playing with Chat GPT after dinner, and we've been asking it to write a 300-word story with a humorous tone, and then we'll go around the table saying the most random off-the-wall phrases. We even got the dictionary out, and we started opening the dictionary and putting a random word in, and having Chat write this 300-word story with whatever Vaughn said and I added and Jimmy added. And we're like rolling on the ground laughing at how hilarious these stories can be. And you can actually take the exact same input and change it to like a mean, hangry tone, and it'll rewrite the story with the same details completely different. So it's just so funny. It can be a hilarious tool. It can be a very helpful tool. So we have the text from the slide that we're just gonna paste right into this message, but you can see it looks like a text. And
I don't.
Do you want me to read it off to you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's from my memory, but write a social media post. 2 paragraphs long, using a smart tone about staying motivated and taking the next steps forward to success, even when you're having a hard time keeping your head up or something like that. Yes, with tips and tricks for keeping, even just do that. Let's see what happens. For keeping your head up. Yeah. Okay, you guys, watch this. This is a great example because you can see it's like going on and on and on. It's long, long, long. Okay, so it came up with emojis and all of that text because we asked it for social media. Even at the bottom, it will have hashtags generally. Yep, there they are. And so it's, you know, hey there, amazing folks. Are you ready to ignite your inner fire and conquer the world with smile? Let's talk about staying motivated and taking those glorious steps towards success. Here are some tips and tricks to keep your head up and stay positive throughout the journey. So you can see right there, it used some of the language that we put in. And now it came up with all these bullet points, and it's a chapter long. And so, yes, that's close, Chat GPT. I like that. So what I would say is, I like it so far. Yeah, it's close, but can you make it way shorter? Yeah, way too long. Make it way shorter. There
And
you
one of
go.
the things that you might notice is that it comes up with this exact formatting almost every single time. And so if you were to take this and anybody, like, we're not using this tool to lose our own voice. We're using it to expand on our voice, right? And expand on our own authentic thoughts and the things that we have to offer. So if you were to just take this exactly as it is and paste it into Facebook, right now you're probably going to get amazing interaction, or, you know, people are going to be like, wow, dang, Kim Berkheimer wrote that? That's amazing. But as people start to use this, they are going to know, like, I can instantly see when somebody did that, and it takes a little bit of their credibility away. So you want to make sure that you customize this and actually edit it to make it your own. And some of the things that you can see are like exactly how it's formatted at the top, like this title. Like normally you don't write a social media post with like a title at the top, right? Another thing I've noticed is on the hashtags, normally there are no capitals in hashtags. And so you can tell if somebody's done this because the way that the hashtags are capitalized, each word is kind of unusual. So just some things, like, you want to make sure that people know that you're authentically talking to them. So take a little bit of time to redo it. But look at what it came up with when we said make it shorter. Way better, right? You could take, what I love about the longer version is that each one of these is a post in itself. Don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that next. Let's do the, give it a different prompt. And you'll see also on the side, the right-hand side, there's like a thumbs up, a thumbs down, and a little clipboard. The way that you're gonna, that clipboard is the copy button. So you just click on that clipboard and then take it over to where maybe you take it to your notes first in your phone and start to work on it there, or take it straight over to social media and start to edit it over there.
I always like to do it in notes or a document so that you, in case you like screw up while you're doing it, you're not doing it in Facebook or you're not doing it in the Instagram and you actually send it by accident or you lose it altogether. And keeping it somewhere you can reuse it at another time is nice.
Yeah, I love notes for that reason. So going down to add another prompt, let's ask it. You can just go straight from where it is, I think.
We're gonna continue on this thread. Okay.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't, I think it doesn't matter necessarily, does it? Do you notice that it matters?
Sometimes you get a fresher thing if you take a piece and start from scratch, because I've heard that it's kind of like, it can't multitask that much. So it's taking all the stuff that it said before and all the stuff that you said and then having to regurgitate it and then try and compute it again. So if you want a really clear thing, sometimes it's good to start a new one. But it's really cool. You guys see how on this left-hand side, it saves all your searches, all your chats. So you can kind of go back and look through things and save them. So that's kind of cool. I'm just gonna start a new one.
Yeah, start a new one. So the next one I think would be fun to ask it, come up with 10 social media topics or 10 social media post topics, I suppose.
Now we have some people that are really awesome at Facebook Lives. This would be a great place to come up with Facebook Live topics, to brainstorm any brainstorming for anything.
And we could do popcorn around the room, and you guys could put in the chat what you guys would like to see it add onto this 10 social media topics. We can start with wellness. And hopefully you guys will chime in on this because it's so fun.
That was what I was going to say.
How about living our best life? Outdoor adventuring. How about anybody else? Community, yeah, family, community.
And you could do 10, you could do, let's do more. Let's do like 25.
Put the team in there.
Team, yeah. Healthy recipes, full life. Oh, we already got going. So here's your 25 days worth of topics to elaborate on. And you can just paste this into your notes. And then if you want to do them all while you're sitting on one day and come up with 25 posts, or if you just want to take them one at a time and see how you're feeling that day and add your authenticity from that day in, you can copy number one and, you know, write something up about it, bring it over here, have it zhuzh it a little bit, and then bring it back to your notes and work on it there.
So I'm gonna just take one of these. I chose building a strong community, supporting each other on our wellness paths. And now I'm saying, now write an Instagram post on this topic, blah, 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 use an uplifting, inclusive voice and some heartfelt language. Isn't that crazy, you guys?
It's so fun. Yeah, that's great. Get way, way shorter.
Yeah, or you just take this, like, okay, I just like this one. I like this one thing. Now I'm gonna say
On just that topic, you could take each one of those paragraphs and make 10 different posts or however many paragraphs there are there.
Absolutely. Can you guys see how helpful this tool is and how much time it saves for us.
It's kind of endless.
We didn't put a restriction on length. You can say, good, make it one sentence or so. I mean, there's so much restrictions you can put on it.
Or 3 bullet points.
Yep. It's like a run-on paragraph.
Yeah, it's like really long. It doesn't
Oh, it
like
made the whole thing into one paragraph.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, I just want to show you a different type of example, like help me write a follow-up text for a meeting I had with a friend about NRF2 and how I'd love to support them on taking the next step. Professional, but personal voice. Okay, so that's more like email length, but there's some good stuff in there, right?
And I find sometimes it even repeats itself a few times, and I have a feeling it's so you can choose which way you would say it, but you know, make sure you're reading it.
But that's a very formal voice, if you ask me. So
Yeah.
you could ask it for a more informal voice or more, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 100 words.
There you go. That's a lot better.
Yeah, there you go.
But just think about how often do we like struggle to get back to someone or to write that email or follow up or do whatever because we don't know, just you don't have the brain power at the moment to come up with all the words. But if you have a great start like this, it's super easy to just edit it, cut out some stuff and make it your own. And I guarantee you're going to be a lot faster at responding to people and doing those things that we don't always want to do. Do you guys have any questions?
Look at that regenerate response button down there. Right? Did you see it? There you go.
And you guys, it does not have to be perfect. Just getting this out into the world. If you're struggling with finding any words and you can come up with a few to put into this, it's really going to just get the brain juices pumping. It's a really great assistant to just get it out there, get your messages moving forward so that you can have some action and some interaction with some people. It's definitely a huge help.
Another way we've used it is, okay, like we were doing some research on why do you get a niacin rush, right? Like people are when they drink Axio, sometimes they get a niacin rush, right? And so instead of going to Google and like searching through all the different articles on what a niacin rush is, I just came here to Chat GPT because Chat is already pulling all that information down into one place. And so I was able to, get some responses that I could put in a message to someone, right? Or into the
kindergarten terms.
New website.
I love that, kindergarten terms.
Yeah. So just think about all the different ways you can use this. It's super powerful. I'm gonna unmute and stop sharing and see what you guys think. Our minds blown.
I like that you can customize it so much, and then you get something, and then if you don't like it, it's so easy to change, shorter, longer. I like this sentence. I don't like this one. Just delete. That's what I like, and it does get you started. Like where I would get stuck on writing something, it gives you a great, just if you even want to call it a draft or an outline, it just is something to work off of. So you have a good start.
I love that. And let's say you were doing like a website, you could say act as a copywriter for a network marketer or for an affiliate or whatever. And it will help you write from that. You can choose any voice, any parameters, and it's going to help you do that. I think Greg had a friend that was in a lawsuit and he had to write like an argument for himself to go to the, to present in court. And he actually used chat and it helped him write like something really professional that he would never have been able to write by himself. So, a little different. Yeah, I should use that on my
last he actually, my friend Hamish, he actually he addressed the court and the judge, and nobody knew that he had used Chat GPT, obviously, and he actually got the judge to change their decision. They were going to do a continuance for this case, and then the judge said, "Oh, that's a good point." He's like, "Yeah, we're not going to." It changed the judge's mind, and no one knew he used it. So, yeah, pretty crazy.
Well, that's the thing, you guys. Not everybody is using this yet. And you have an edge by knowing about it and incorporating it into whatever you're working on. So definitely jump on board and have the edge. That
was a great sort of working presentation, Nicole. Very, very useful. Very basic, right? But just what we needed to know to really sort of get rid of the fear of even approaching it, seeing what the possibility is so that we can then learn from there and really use it to our advantage. I could totally see you doing a lot of those presentations.
Yeah.
And once you start using it, just playing around with it, it's really very user friendly and makes it, super fun. It's actually takes away a lot of the ick of doing some mundane tasks and makes it actually really fun.
It's very intuitive. So if you think it, give it the instruction and see what happens. Right?
Where was this when I was writing all my papers for my doctorate?
Exactly.
And no kidding. And it's free.
Yeah,
right?
It's free, you guys.
And do the dinner time storytelling. It's really funny. You'll pee your pants.
Does anybody have any hesitation to using this tool?
I will admit that when I first learned about it, I thought if it doesn't sound like me, I won't use it. But that's what I like about it, is that you can change it. You can tweak it. So this was helpful because I didn't even think of some of the ways that you could customize it to be more like you. I want it to be me, not some artificial intelligence. So that was my hesitation in the beginning, but I see that we can make it be us.
You can also, Susan, for that, save a list of your criteria. Like, I'm Susan Silberman. I'm, a certified hand therapist. I have a lot of experience. I'm, a last minute person, but I'm super fun, artistic, but have tons of experience. You could like put all that into a thing that you could just paste in there as a like. Greg and Kim and I took a course yesterday about creating something in Chat GPT, and it kept saying use pre-prompt context, so giving it the background information before you tell it what to do.
Thank you. Yes, I like that.
Nayla, you're a writer now. Can you see using this for brainstorming your next book?
Yay.
Cool. Awesome.
Carrie, did you have something you wanted to add?
Sorry, I want to unmute. I got on late, so I missed it, and I'm going to watch the recording. However, I was playing with it, and it's fascinating. I mean, it's amazing, and it's only as good as the prompts you give. So, you know, the more specific you are, and in fine tuning and prompted, the better it gets. I mean, you could even ask them for what are popular keywords for, you know, I'm going to do a post on, you know, the health industry on eyebrows, or what are the, you know, keywords, because now apparently that's even more important than the hashtags in terms of social media, things like that. But yeah, I was playing with it with all different things. I haven't done anything seriously with it, and I'm going to watch this recording because I'm sure there's so much to it. I'm excited about it. It is a little intimidating. Somebody was saying you could, and you may have already said this, that you could have them look at some of the work you've already done, the computer, go into my Facebook page, and so they get the gist of you. And that, I don't know if I'd be real comfortable with that, but that's what some people are saying they do.
Wow.
So yeah, I can't wait to watch it, you guys. Thank you for all the work you put into it. Appreciate it.
One thing that I just want to add that I think is really cool that I got out of the training that we did yesterday that Jennings just mentioned is that sometimes when you get stuck with it, or if you're not sure how to make it say something like the way you want it to say, you can tell it to pretend to be something. And so it's like pretend to be a screenwriter writing a movie, and it'll write a script for you, and then that'll tell a story, and then later on you can be like, now turn that into a different form, and it'll change it back. And so that's one thing that you can just try when you play with it. Ask it to pretend to be things. It'll like use its imagination, and it'll give you all different kinds of results. It's really interesting.
So as we continue to learn more about this and use it more, there's so many AI different platforms that do very specific things. So we'll be adding to our toolbox with specific apps that we've found that we really like. If you guys find any, of course, we'd love to hear what you find. But I just think one of the strengths that we all have is that we're trying to keep on top of all of the cutting edge tools and how we can best utilize our time and make things the most efficient, and be out there living our lives instead of just wading through the mundane tasks. So we can be out there sharing our voice and being leaders using all this awesome technology. So thank you all for being on here tonight. We have an amazing Wednesday wellness that is all about thyroid. So jump on that. It's a very hot topic in the world. So thanks so much.
Thank you,
guys.
ladies.
Thanks,
Good
Nicole.
night, everybody.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome training, Nicole. Thanks. And Jennings.
Thanks, guys.